How's everybody doing? Alrighty, awesome. On behalf of the Student Government Association and the Student Life Office, I would like to welcome you to our annual 2014 Student Awards Ceremony. This is the time that we look forward to celebrating and acknowledging the accomplishments of our students and their academics and in their various forms of participation on campus. On behalf of the students, thanks to the faculty and the staff, we have joined us today with a special thanks to the faculty for their work in identifying students who are honored for academic achievement. I hope that you enjoy this time that we have together to acknowledge their accomplishments as a school and as an individual. I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you.
I want to join Megan in saying welcome. We especially are pleased that so many members of our students' families are with us today, and we congratulate you along with your sons, daughters, spouses in the achievements that are going to be recognized today. It's always wonderful to have families to come back. It's kind of hard to believe in some ways that we are here for this event once again. It's that time of the year when colleges and universities hold events such as this to recognize students for what they've accomplished in the year that is just about to conclude. I can tell you that faculty and staff always enjoy the opportunity of working with students and seeing them grow and achieve. And today is that public opportunity when we have the occasion to say job well done to those who will be honored today. Inevitably, folks who are going to be honored always have life issues that may pop up, and hopefully everyone who's going to be recognized is here, who will be here today. However, if someone who is receiving an award was not able to attend, please be assured that we will get their award to them as quickly as possible. To those of you who are being honored today, you honor us by having the opportunity to have worked with you, or in many cases will continue to work with you. Some of you who are receiving recognitions today are graduating. Others will continue your education with us. In whatever directions you are going, we want you to know that it's an exciting time for us to say job well done, but it's also an honor and a privilege to work with you. This is a ceremony that recognizes several categories of achievement. We recognize students who have been involved in campus organizations, who have achieved academic success as determined by our different academic division and program areas. And we have students who are being recognized for their service and their representation of the college. We're really excited that this year marks an expansion of the awards and recognitions that have been coming forth, particularly from our academic colleagues. And it's wonderful to have a crowd like this and to have the opportunity for as many recognitions as possible. And we would like to see it grow even more. So to our faculty and staff, thank you for the work you did in determining the award winners for today, and we hope that continues to go. So again, to all, welcome. Thanks to those of you in the faculty and staff who contributed your work and your decision-making for today. And we begin now with the award ceremony as printed in your program.
My name is Ann Wade, and I have the honor of being the faculty person assigned to the Criminal Justice Club. And every year we get a new group of students who are elected by their peers to come and represent them. This year has been an excellent year for that representation. We've had several students who worked really hard within the club, but those I want to start with recognizing are those who worked the hardest, had the ideas, and were there at the beginning, there at the end, and served as club officers for us. If you don't know what we do, one of our major events is a Safe Trick or Treat for the community, for children, underprivileged children in our community. And that event has grown from maybe 25 students, 25 children to about 300 children that come through each year. They also help to organize different events for the community as well as their annual trip to Washington, D.C. So even the ones who are unable to attend are still there helping others get to go through fundraisers and different things. So kudos to our students. I'll start with our club president, Yuri Blanco, if you'll come up. Yuri's a powerhouse. She's always behind the group going, let's go, and great leadership. And we so appreciate you. So come on, that's fine, if you want to come on up there. Thank you. Our Vice President, Audrey Britt. Audrey's the one going out there saying, I will get that for you. You just tell me what you need. And she does. Thank you, Audrey. Mary Kelly Bocanegra. Kelly has been awesome in taking our minutes, keeping us organized, and reminding us what we have forgotten to do. And we're going to miss you when you graduate. Thank you. Melissa Easter, our treasurer, who we didn't ask to do any money, we just asked you to be cheerleader, and you did that very well. And she made sure that we got our trip to Washington going because she wanted to go. Thank you. And Kelsey Fitch. Kelsey served as our SGA representative, so she got meetings added on to the meetings that we had as a club, and we appreciate her carrying information back and forth for us. Thank you so much. If you give them all a good round of applause.
Hi. It is with great pleasure that I'm here this evening to present to you, on behalf of the Arts and Science Division, the award for Distinguished Math and Science Student. The Distinguished Math and Science Student Award is awarded to one student for excellence in academic achievement in science and mathematics. The students who are eligible for this award must not only have completed a minimum of 14 hours in math and sciences, but they also must be nominated by a faculty member. Once nominated, the students who are nominated are reviewed by a committee of math and science faculty, and then one recipient is chosen. It is a privilege to present this year's award to a student that I've had the honor of working with over the last 2 years. What's amazing about our recipient is that he currently holds a 4.0 GPA. He's a member of the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society, a member of our science club. He's taking courses in chemistry, biology, calculus, and our calculus-based physics. Next year, he'll be attending North Carolina State University to pursue a degree in computer science. His strong work ethic, community volunteer work, leadership, and creativity have been recognized by several of the math and science faculty. One member noted that Jacob possesses a well-balanced and humble attitude when working with others, and another faculty member noted that while he may seem like a shy person to many, he leads in a quiet but powerful way and is an excellent role model to other students. Today, the student whose performance and academic achievements in science and mathematics that we would like to recognize with the Distinguished Math and Science Student Award is Jacob Stone. Congratulations.
Hi, my name is Anita Campitelli, and I have the privilege of giving out 2 awards today, and I asked for them at the same time because I think one of them is the Outstanding Associate in Arts Graduate Award, and the other is the Distinguished Student in Humanities and Social Sciences. And of course, one of them is a graduating student, and the other is a student who we will be able to hold on to for a little while longer, we hope. And these 2 students are very different, but they share a similarity. When I was thinking about these awards and asking some of my colleagues who maybe would be worthy of these awards, whenever I mention these names, these 2 names, these are the kinds of students who make faculty members' faces light up. And when you mention these 2 students' names to someone, you get the same lit up expression and oh yes, that student. And they bring a lot of joy because of the quality of their work and the way that they engage with the community. So I'm going to start with the distinguished student in the Humanities and Social Sciences. She is an outstanding student. She works with our administrator in the Humanities building, and she truly is a student who makes people's faces light up. She is a student who was homeschooled, and she brings that independent spirit to her classes. She's an independent learner, and also she is currently in one of my Spanish courses, And when I asked her if she'd be willing to do peer tutoring, she immediately went and set up peer tutoring sessions with her classmates. She's not being compensated in any way for that. It's completely volunteer, and it's just very typical of her spirit. And so I want to, first of all, ask Sharice Neal to come up here and get the Distinguished Student in Humanities and Social Sciences Award, and I'm very, very happy to be able to give this to her. Okay, Sharice is one of these people, everything she touches turns to gold, so may it always continue to be so. The other student to whom I want to, I'm very pleased to be able to offer the Outstanding Graduate in Arts Award, is someone who had maybe a little bit of a different path. She's in actually her second go-round here at RCC. The first go-round, she had maybe some struggles in some of her classes. And when I was looking at her record, she was here from like 2006 to 2010. And maybe that wasn't the best time for her to come to college. And she had an uneven performance. But when I was looking at her record from the year 2013 when she returned, she's virtually a straight A student. And to me, I find that extremely inspiring, that this is someone who might have been tempted at one time to give up or to judge herself as maybe not college material, but you know, a few years later she comes back and she's just a roaring success. She is a really inspiring student. She's in her second semester of online Spanish with me, and her Spanglish has been excellent. And we're moving on to Spanish. She is our Outstanding Graduate in Arts, Ashlyn Brogdon. I'm so excited that you're here, and I'm really pleased to be able to give you this award. An amazing student. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Professor Ray Martin, the Art Department Program Coordinator. This brilliant polymath over here is Professor Pat Harden. And we are very pleased, very proud to jointly present the Outstanding Associate in Fine Arts Graduating Award to Melissa Kennan Smith today. I wanted to tell you just a couple little anecdotes about her. She's first among equals in a certain sense today because we have a really strong cadre of senior art students, but Melissa is really special. When we went to New York with the art club recently, everybody else, all 14 of the other people, had a different experience than she did. Melissa had her camera, and she woke up in the morning and went to bed at night, not just experiencing New York, but with the thought of making art out of everything that she saw. So she focused, no pun intended, and saw beauty in a more amplified way than anybody else did. Now, she's a long-suffering sort. To prove that point, she had a flat tire on the way into school today and walked a mile and a half the rest of the way to make it to the awards ceremony. She noted to me that a mile and a half on New York City blocks is not as far as a mile and a half in Wentworth. Please, in the coming week, there's a wonderful show, the Fine Arts Festival show in the lower part of the Student Center, and there will be the student end of the year show in the top part of the Student Center. And just to see Melissa's photographs alone, they will blow you away. They're jaw-dropping, so you can help us honor her by coming to see her work. Melissa Kennan Smith.
It's a great pleasure to be here again on behalf of the Arts and Science Division to present the award for Outstanding Associate in Science Graduate. This award is awarded to a graduating student and associate in science who has demonstrated outstanding academic performance in science and mathematics. The students who were considered for this award needed to have a minimum GPA of 3.25 and to be nominated by a faculty member. While there are many outstanding Associate in Science graduates this year, there was only one award that's presented. Just by the criteria alone, many students actually qualified to be nominated. But this student, this recipient of this Outstanding Associate in Science Award, was chosen because he impressed us in a special way. While he's in a dual enrolled situation with Rockingham Early College High School and Rockingham Community College, he's also been involved with the robotics team at Reedsville High School. In addition to his school activities, he's been well received and complimented by students as an outstanding physics tutor for the science department over the last 3 semesters. And if that weren't enough, in addition to working for RCC, he also works with children at a daycare facility every afternoon. And all of this while holding a remarkable 3.9 GPA. He has impressed us as he has demonstrated mastery of time management skills that show him organized, efficient, and genuinely happy with all that he has to do. Next year, he'll be a freshman at NC State University to pursue a degree in electrical engineering. I'm sure that it won't take them very long to realize what a wonderful young man he is. I'm very proud to present this year's Outstanding Associate in Science Graduate Award to someone that we'll all miss, Robert Taylor Walker.
It's our privilege to introduce to you a cosmetology outstanding student. She will be graduating next month. She displayed leadership from the very first semester. During her first semester exam, we had to watch her so carefully just to find a mistake. After that, she was known as our poster child for the state board exam. She took responsibility for her education and pressed forward. She was an encourager, a leader. She served as president of her class, and she even made papers to help her other students keep up with their progress. She's continued her path by working at a local salon and has been offered a position as an educator with a national company. And she's already willing to give back. She has scheduled a date to come and share what she's learned with the other students. Please help us honor Victoria Valdez.
We're back to the art students again. The next award is the Phil and Peggy Link Emerging Artist Award. Phil and Peggy Link were great art supporters. Peggy was an artist, and her son and her nephew also went into the art fields. In fact, I was in school with both of them. But at any rate, the Studio Group, which is a group of area artists that meet regularly to develop their art, have a scholarship in honor of Phil and Peggy Link, and it's a scholarship of credit to the bookstore for art supplies. And so this year's winner has been an exemplary student. He sets an example for other students. Other students come to him, and there's a real community that forms in an art studio, and that's very important to learning not only the processes, but to feeling safe to look inside yourself and portray yourself in the art. I'd like to congratulate William Zachary Andrews as this year's recipient of the Phil and Peggy Link Emerging Artist Award.
The recipient of the Outstanding Student Award for the Allied Department is Brandy Brown. Brandy graduated in 2012 from RCC with an Associate's in Science and will graduate this May with an Associate's in Applied Science from the Respiratory Therapy program. She has been accepted into the BSRT program at NUC Charlotte beginning in September of 2014. She is a member here at RCC of Sigma Kappa Delta and has participated in numerous campus program and community service projects. Brandy always has a smile on her face. She always is the go-to girl, especially for math. She has been a math tutor here at RCC. She truly defines character in her behaviors of professionalism, dependability, and eagerness. Brandy demonstrates versatility, teamwork, and she always cares about doing the right thing. It is my honor to present this award to Brandy Brown.
Good afternoon. My name is Lynn Haynes with the Health and Physical Education Department, and I am pleased to present the Outstanding Health and Physical Education Award this year to Geraldine Garrison, and those who know and love her fondly know her as Jerry. It's been 75 years since Jerry began school in California, and she's still taking classes today. She remembers walking to school. I know you've all heard the stories about grandparents or whatever walking to school and wearing out shoes and all this. Jerry probably has a few stories to tell herself. She remembers that walking to school and then upgrading to a city streetcar rather than a school bus like we have today. She remembers World War II and two of her classmates who had finished high school early to enlist in the Marines, only to complete boot camp and then die in Korea before graduation day. She earned an Associate of Arts degree in Natural Sciences at Santa Ana Junior College and a BA in Experimental Psychology at the University of California, Berkeley. In addition, she later earned a Master's in Education and completed all of the doctoral work except the last chapter of the dissertation at the University of Virginia with a major of Educational Psychology with an emphasis in testing. She discovered RCC in the 70s, taking academic and continuing ed courses. As I was reviewing her transcript to prepare for this presentation, I noticed there were 10 pages, yes, 10 pages, on the colleague stack screen. So any of you that are advisors know what I'm talking about. Because this lists the courses that students have taken at RCC. She'd taken everything from business to computer to history to math. And she is currently taking a history course, by the way, and giving Mark Sattler a run for his money, I understand, which is not an easy thing to do. A particular continuing ed course that caught my eye as I reviewed her transcript was one that was entitled Food and Mood. And of course, being a physical educator, I asked her, food and mood, what was that all about? She explained that this was a course that explored the effect of food on learning styles. I was very intrigued by that, and we're going to continue that conversation. But I must warn you, she also took a course titled Concealed Carry Handgun. My colleague, Mr. Key, who is here kindly, met her about 6 years ago when at the ripe old age of 73, she called to inquire about taking a swimming for fitness course. She had taken Tai Chi at RCC a few years before, and since the swimming course, she's taken our Lifetime Sports course, Fit and Well for Life, and Personal Health and Wellness, which is a 3-credit course. And by the way, that was with me, and I can tell you, she earned the highest grade in the course, and that was just a few years ago. She's been active in the senior games as a swimmer, and she has a medal or two to show for her efforts. Now, mind you, all of this is impressive for a lady in her 70s, but add this to it. She's a cancer survivor, not once, but 3 times. To summarize, Jerry is the epitome of the lifelong learner. She is a teacher's dream. Since kindergarten in 1938, she's been involved in some type of class every year. That's been her mission. When people ask her why, she tells them very simply, "I've not learned everything yet." On behalf of the Health and Physical Education Department and Mr. Key, who's here to make sure Jerry receives this award, it's our pleasure to present this award to Geraldine Garrison.
Well, hello. My name is Phyllis Horton, and I'm the department chair for the nursing department, and it is an honor to be here today to present the Outstanding Nursing Student Award. I'd like to tell you a little bit about our outstanding student. This is a full-time, non-traditional student in her second semester of the Practical Nurse Program. This is a second career for this student, and she has many, many accomplishments. First of all, I'm told that she has been described as the class mentor. That means that she helps other students day in and day out. She brings levity and wisdom to the classroom. The other students in the PN class look to her for guidance and for leadership. She takes her own personal time to form study groups so that other students can be successful. I'm told that she helps her classmates study, prepare for tests with a cheerful heart, and always willing to go that extra mile. In addition to all of the academics, this student also has a great deal of community service. She works as a volunteer for the Association of Christian Counseling. She's active with her church, helps to feed the homeless in Danville, Virginia, walked in the cancer walk in the county for the past 8 years. She has been active with fundraising efforts for hospice and Moorhead Hospital here in Rockingham County. She is active with the Student Government Association for the past 3 years here at Rockingham. This student also serves as treasurer for the PN class of 2014. As you can see, she relates so well to her classmates, and she's very well respected. In addition to all of that, she maintains an outstanding GPA of 3.65 in her coursework, and anyone that is familiar with nursing knows that that is quite an achievement. It is very proud. I am very proud, and it is an honor to present the Outstanding Nursing Student Award to Kay Hopper.
Good afternoon. My name's Ken Hucks. I'm the Department Chair of Public Safety, and I'm going to keep this real short, so let me get my speech out here. Only a few pages. No, today I'm honored to be able to give the award for Outstanding Student for Public Safety. That includes the basic law enforcement training, the criminal justice program, the fire and rescue program, and our new fire technology program, which we're very proud of. Our winner this year is not only an outstanding student, she's an outstanding person. She's a mentor to all of her classmates. She's a leader in everything she does. Not only that, she has a 4.0 GPA in the computer fraud program and the forensic financial computer part of our program in criminal justice. Without further ado, I'd like to recognize Mary Kelly Bucanegra for this award.
I'm Diane Dalton, and Bob Costa is going to help me. We represent the Workforce Development Department, or specifically the Business and Computer Science Department within the Workforce Division. First, I'm going to give the award for the Outstanding Business Administration student. This student, Ms. Jamie Talbot, always has an impeccable demeanor. She has a genuine, warm smile in every encounter. She always has a very positive attitude. She has meticulous work habits. She's that model zero-maintenance student, the one every teacher wants to have in their class. She sets the bar for student character. I was honored to have her in her Intro to Computer class a couple of years ago when she started her program, and she's nearing her completion with a 3.96 GPA. Very outstanding work. We'd like to recognize Ms. Jamie Talbot. All right, you can pick up another plaque. Grab one more. Next, I'm going to recognize the outstanding student in the Computer Information Technology Department, and this is our star student, Philip Brooks. Philip is an exceptional student. I've had him in a class every semester, so I'm a little bit familiar with him. He strives for 100% on every test, every assignment. He's not satisfied if he gets a 96 or a 97. He wants to know what he did wrong. He wants that perfect score. During lectures, he's always focused. He's very engaged. He often asks questions that are either 2 slides ahead or 2 chapters ahead because his mind is already applying the lessons he's learning to how he could apply it to technology. The one skill that I have to say that Philip has mastered, which will serve him well in his life, he's learned how to learn. IT is constantly changing. He will be constantly updating his skills. So I'm very honored to recognize Philip, who has a 4.0 in computer information technology and will be completing his degree in July. Mr. Philip Brooks.
For the past 14 years, the North Carolina Community College System has presented an Academic Excellence Award for which each of the 58 community colleges selects one student for receipt of this honor. The community college system specifies that students who are nominated must be pursuing either a 2-year degree or a 1-year diploma, must have earned at least a 3.25 cumulative grade point average, and must have completed a prescribed number of credit hours. At RCC, the faculty nominates students according to those criteria. The Student Awards Committee reviews the nominees and selects the recipient. Because of changes in the statewide recognition format, RCC's recipient will be formally recognized at our commencement on May 16th, similar to last year. We will recognize him today, but we also recognize the students who were nominated, and I would like to ask those nominated to come forward and receive a certificate acknowledging their nomination. Anna Clifton, Natro Dove, and Jose Hernandez. As they receive their certificates and remain on stage, I would like to introduce the student who will receive the 2014 Academic Excellence Award, Philip Brooks. And again, Philip's formal receipt will be recognized at commencement on May 16th. Will you congratulate these nominees and our recipient? Good job. Good job. Congratulations. 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 In connection with our next award, I'd like to ask Sandy Key, who is the chairperson of our Student Awards Committee, to come to the stage, and she will present these certificates. A national recognition program has been sponsored in recent years by Phi Theta Kappa International Honor Society, the Coca-Cola Foundation, the Coca-Cola Scholars Program, and the American Association of Community Colleges. Two-year institutions that participate in this program are invited to nominate up to 2 students to be considered nationally for the All-USA and All-State Community College Academic Team programs. The competition is very keen, as this program seeks to honor outstanding community college students nationally who represent the range of diverse students attending community colleges and who have excelled not just in academics but also in leadership and service. The national criteria for nomination include a cumulative grade point average of at least 3.5 or higher, completion of a specified number of credit hours, and the student must be on track to receive either an associate degree or a bachelor's degree. At RCC, the nominees are put forth by the faculty and are selected, the selection made by our Student Awards Committee, of which Ms. Key is chairperson. We have 2 nominees for 2013-14. Both are scheduled to graduate next month. Their nominations and their academic records demonstrate outstanding academic achievement and contributions to the learning and achievement of other students in their respective fields of study, whether involved in tutoring or providing other means of assistance. I'm pleased to present the students who have been nominated to represent RCC for the All-USA, All-State Community College Academic Team. They are Philip Brooks and Anthony or Tony Ratliff. Stay put just a second. In addition to the fact that they were nominated for these programs, Tony Ratliff recently learned that the sponsoring organizations have selected him to be one of 50 National Gold Scholar recipients. He was invited to travel to the PTK annual convention, which will be held later this week in Orlando, Florida, and at that time, he will receive his Gold Scholar Award. Tony, congratulations on this outstanding achievement. Thank you.
Hey, good afternoon. I'm Chris Johnson, the Director of Student Life. It's a lot of fun for me. I hate doing this, by the way, but this is a lot of fun for me to talk about this. We'll talk about 5 individuals, 4 of which has been with me for 2 years. And when I started the role of Director of Student Life, they were freshmen here, so we came in together. And the great thing about it is if anybody knows me, I'm a competitor, but the great thing about them so are they, so it was a match made in heaven. The 5 I want to talk about are Tate Andrews. Y'all stay there right now. Tate Andrews, Gloria Slayton, Lauren Hobbs, Megan Sparks, and then the freshman who came in this year, Shanti Joyce. When they walked in the door here 2 years ago, there were 7 wins and 113 losses in volleyball in the history of the program. You do the math on that, that's not too good. And within a matter of 2 seasons, they rewrote the record books. This past season, they had 16 wins, which won the regular season conference championship, which was the first of any female sport in school history. So they won more games in one season than they did in the previous 13. 4 of them are from across the street at Rockingham County High School. And I entered the job together. They entered here at the same time. They all made up 5 selections to an all-region team. Now, what an all-region team is like an all-conference team. It's just regions are what the National Junior College looks at as conferences. Tate Andrews, if you come up, she's our first team representative this year, and by the way, is a 2-time representative. She was second team as a freshman and first team this year. She's the first person in school history that's ever been selected to that in back-to-back seasons of first or second team. Shanti Joyce, who's a freshman out of Eden Moorhead, she was first team selection as a freshman. Gloria Slayton, second team, all region. Lauren Hobbs was honorable mention this year. I love Lauren. Lauren is a competitor. She is the ultimate teammate. She does the little things that makes teams just click and go together. And Megan Sparks, who this is her second all-region selection. She was honorable mention this year and second team in her freshman year. I'm really, really happy for them because they're all going to move on with great futures. Shanti's back, but the other 4, they're going to be exceptional in life. They're very good students, outstanding students, and I'm going to miss you guys. So thank you for everything you've done for the program and for the school. Thank you so much. Okay, this is a new award that I think this is the right year that we put this award into the student awards ceremony. It's the Outstanding Male and Outstanding Female Student Athlete of the Year. I'm going to start with the Outstanding Male. This is a gentleman out of Winston-Salem, Parkland Magnet, by the way. I coached there for a season way back in the day, Sean. And as soon as he's entered the door here, he has been extraordinary on all ends. The academic end was just sort of an afterthought with him because it's easy. He comes in, he just knocks the classes out. A's and B's, I think 3.75, graduating in 2. That means real 2, knocking it out. And, extracurricular, really gives back to the campus. Started his own club here, Club Knowledge. Parliamentarian with the SGA. Member of the Science Club. Really active within the campus community on all fronts. And is heading, I think the last time we spoke was a couple days ago, was William & Mary or University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. And it's and Dad's saying it's University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill is where we're going. Outstanding Student Athlete of the Year, and it's my pleasure, and a great kid, Sean Henderson. Sean's also been a member of the baseball team for 2 years, which in his freshman year tied the school record for 26 wins in a season. And as a sophomore is on the hottest team in the region right now, who's had 3 straight weekend series wins. So proud of you, buddy. Thank you so much for all you've done. Outstanding Female Athlete of the Year. This could have went to 4 people, but this one's just come in. Knocked her classes out in 2 years, going to graduate in 2 also. Is going to head off to the big town of Boone, North Carolina, and Appalachian State University. I get a little emotional. She's been with me for 2 years. Gloria Slade. She's going to really be mad at me for getting emotional. But she's been right by my side for 2 years, helping me with things also. And she's the best. Best of luck.
Good afternoon. My name's Gay Barber Clifton, and I'm the director of the RCC Foundation. And each year, the foundation sponsors an essay contest that's open to all students of Rockingham Community College. And this year, the topic was RCC, the right choice. But let me tell you, it was very difficult choosing a winner of the 29 entrants that we had. In fact, our first, second, and third place winners in the first round of scoring tied for first place. It was a battle and a real tough decision to make those first round picks fall into first, second, third place. The winners are here today, with the exception of our first place winner, Kyle Salisbury, who is actually on a job interview in Charlotte. But he picked up his $300 check a couple of weeks ago, so we'll get the certificate to him. I'd like to ask our third place winner, and that is Michelle Johnson, to please come forward. And Michelle received her $100 check last week. And I'm sorry, Michelle Saunders, please come forward. Michelle has a very moving story to tell, and you'll soon be able to learn of her story by checking with the RCC Foundation website. Our second place winner is Vinod Mahatu. And Vinod is not from around here, folks. Vinod, if you'd please come forward. Vinod is from Nepal and has told his story of why RCC was the right choice for him in a very interesting way as well. Quite a compelling story, and we do invite you to read these. Now, Vinod was able to collect his $200 gift from the foundation a couple of weeks ago, but this certificate, I'm sure, means just as much to him. We are very excited about our winners and the incredible stories they have to tell. Theirs is the reason that their reasons are the reasons that the RCC Foundation exists. And our goal is to change lives through education. And by reading Kyle and Michelle and Vinod's stories, you'll see how their lives have been changed by RCC. Congratulations to those winners and to everyone here for your winning ways as well.
Good afternoon. I'd like to present an award to the first place winner of the RCC Quality Enhancement Plan marketing video, Anika Mullins, a computer information technology student who will graduate in May, created and produced a video entitled, "What is the QEP?" And it highlighted the details of our project, including orientation, advising, and relationships to improve student success. Her video is available to watch on the QEP page located on our RCC website. We were pleased to have her involved in the contest since the QEP is meant to better serve students. Congratulations, Anika, you did a great job on the video. Is she here today? I sent her an email, but Diane, do you want to accept her award?
Good afternoon. My name is Michael Helmick. I am the president of the college and the one person on the stage apparently who cannot get the correct certificate to the right person at the right time. So my apologies for fouling that up earlier. We are a community college at RCC, and by being a community college, we take our involvement in the community very seriously. We find opportunities for our faculty, our staff, and most importantly, our students to be involved in helping our community become a better place. This spring, Rockingham Community College is joining forces with Dr. Rodney Shotwell, who is the superintendent of schools for Rockingham County, and the Rockingham County to participate in the annual March for Babies sponsored by the March of Dimes organization. Contributions to this worthy cause fund research to prevent birth defects and assist families who face those challenges. With the help of our corporate partner Gildan, the T-shirt company, a T-shirt design contest was open to all students and employees to help raise funds. 2 of our Rockingham Early College high school students, Ephraim Vernon and Jessica Barron, were runner-up winners. And I am inviting Ephraim and Jessica to accept certificates and recognitions of a $20 gift certificate to Subway, if you all would come to the stage. Thank you all. We did want to show you the winning designs, so Chris is going to bring those out, so you all hang on. Hope you can see those. Those are 2 of our designs that were submitted. So thank you all. We hope they're going to help us walk on May the 3rd in the big walk that we're doing. So thank you all. You can have a seat. This next award is the first time that we have announced the award at this particular gathering. 3 years ago, after I had first come to this college, we had an art show not long after I got here. And after viewing the incredible artwork and at the urging by the art teacher at that time, we created the President's Choice Award. Now, the criteria for that award are simple. First, I have to like it. Now, it gets better. I have to really like it, and then my wife has to approve my selection. It's kind of the way most things in my household work, quite frankly. But, she approved this tie today, so. Each year the art has been different in execution and technique, but all of the choices are, I think, of the highest quality and show great imagination and execution. Once selected, the art is installed in the President's office and is displayed for a year. So I have literally enjoyed last year's President's Choice Award winner work every day for a solid year. Last April's selection for me was quite challenging because there were so many excellent works of art, and I found many of the works appealing. However, with my wife's help, I selected the computer-generated image Flight of Icarus by Julie Friddle. And you're going to bring that out so we can see it? And that is Flight of Icarus. Julie is unable to attend today, unfortunately, but I offer my congratulations to her for this outstanding work. And Julie, thank you for letting me enjoy that piece of artwork all year. It has truly been a pleasure, my pleasure, to have it in my office. Thank you.
For well over 40 years, Who's Who among students in American colleges and universities has recognized students who demonstrate success in a well-rounded manner. That is, they achieve in the classroom, they participate in campus organizations or activities, particularly in leadership roles, they serve their local community, and are characterized as persons with potential for additional success in the future. The idea of a well-rounded student is at the heart of the Who's Who recognition. At RCC, nominees are put forth by the faculty and staff and confirmed by the Student Awards Committee. Students must demonstrate academic success with a grade point average of 3.0 or higher and give evidence of active involvement in other forms of campus life, such as in activities, organizations, leadership roles, and service. I'm pleased to present the following students who were named to Who's Who for 2013-14. I ask that they come forward and receive their certificates from the Who's Who organization. Please withhold your applause until they've all come forward. They are Megan Browning, Sean Henderson, Matthew Oberg, and Miho Yamaguchi. We congratulate the four of you on demonstrating a successful, well-rounded experience at RCC and for your inclusion in this year's Who's Who. Congratulations.
Well, it was a great award ceremony, and I want to thank all of you for attending. I'm especially gratified this year to see so many faculty and staff in attendance. Thank you all for being here. Families, thank you for supporting the folks that you who received these awards today. You know, one of the pleasant things that I get to do as president is to recognize student achievement. Today, we have seen many, many students receive awards, but we also recognize the best of the best, while at the same time that we realize there are other students who are also deserving, but who did not receive an award, even though they tried hard. It's great to see so many of you receive that recognition today, and I admire you all for your accomplishments. I would remind the students, however, that behind every person who has accomplished great things, there are people who supported, educated, and nurtured you. We do not stand alone in this world, and we rely on others to teach us. Education is not a selfish thing, and though you worked hard to achieve your goals, your accomplishment is diminished if you do not share what you have learned with others. If you received an award today, you are charged hereby with going forth and repaying those who helped you by helping others. There is no greater calling than teaching, and whether you choose to devote your life to being a classroom teacher or choose some other way to teach, you will be fulfilled in ways that you cannot imagine. Students, thank you again for all of your efforts. Your teachers and the staff of RCC are proud of you, and we have great expectations for your futures. Thank you. There is a reception that awaits you outside.